guys, so I'm back with my acne.org update video. I've been wanting to film this for like months now, and I know you guys have been asking, and I just honestly just keep forgetting about it, and I'm just really busy. So I figured I'd go ahead and film it today while I had a minute. Not that I ever really have a minute, but whatever. My kids keep running in and out of the house, and I'm sick, so that's awesome because I'm sniffly and I feel like garbage. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to it. I've been using the acne.org system since around Easter, like right before Easter. So that was, April? So April, May, June, I can't count. April, May, June, July, August. Like five months around. It seems like so much longer. But yeah, it's been around 5 months that I've been using it, and I'll link below my previous update videos because I really had been loving it. It really worked great for my skin. The only thing, it was kind of drying my skin out, actually a lot. It was a lower concentration of benzoyl peroxide than a lot of other treatments, but it still was really drying my face out. But I was pretty much, you know, not breaking out at all, and even if I did, it was really small and it went away really fast. So I was really happy with it for the first, like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months, something like that. And then about the last month, this past month, the entire month, like, I've just been breaking out all the time, every single day. I don't know if there's something like with my makeup that was causing it. I know there was a couple issues that I had with some BB creams, and I have a video up, well, it's going up actually right now, about the BB creams and the problems I had with those. So that might have messed with my face, but it just kept happening. I kept breaking out, and I was still using the system the way that I was supposed to. I was washing my face twice a day, once in the morning and once, you know, before I went to bed to wash up all my makeup and everything. Still using the peroxide twice a day, moisturizing. I was using the AHA every couple of days on my face before I went to bed. Like, I pretty much was just doing everything that I was supposed to do, and for some reason my face, mostly around my nose, like I had this big huge one right here, it just came out of nowhere. I had some on my chin, not really bad on my forehead, but mostly around my nose area, kind of up here and like down in here. So it was just constant breaking out, and like I said, I had a couple here and there while I was using it. They weren't bad, you know, it really wasn't anything that I ever really needed to put concealer on. I just kind of would do my foundation and it would be fine. But these were just getting really bad, and they were all the time. So I was really not sure what to do. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, and I did this already, is I'm kind of just stopping it for right now and using something in its place just until, I think what happened is, this what happens to me a lot actually, is my skin gets immune to whatever it is that I'm using. Like, I'll use a certain regimen and it'll work amazing for a few months, and then all of a sudden my face just kind of just goes back to the way that it was. It stops working because my face gets used to the stuff, I guess. I don't know, but I think that happens to a lot of people, because that happens to me with like shampoos and conditioners and stuff. My hair just kind of gets used to it, or my skin gets used to it, and it just stops working. So I think that's what happened with this, because like I said, and this had worked the longest for me of any other product or any other regimen, and like I said, I never changed anything. I never, you know, my hair's, what's going on? I don't know, something. I never, you know, like cut back on the amount of product I was using. I just kept doing what I was doing because I didn't want my acne to flare up again, but it did anyway. So I'm a little discouraged, I guess, but not super, because like I said, this happens to me a lot, and I guess it was kind of unrealistic to assume that it wouldn't happen with this. I mean, it's not a miracle regimen or a miracle product or anything. So what I'm doing right now is just until, maybe for the next month or so, couple months, till my skin kind of, I guess, is not used to it anymore. I'm using my Skin ID stuff from Neutrogena, which I was using before the acne.org regimen, and I had actually been using this for a couple of years, and it worked amazing for me. Again, for the first few months, first like 6 months maybe, it worked awesome, and then it just kind of like, my face was like, oh, never mind. I still have this stuff because when you order that kind of acne stuff. Same with Proactive. It kind of has you on like an auto ship thing, and I just honestly have forgotten to call them and cancel my auto shipment. So I have like 3 sets of this stuff, and it's like $50 some for an entire set, something like that, and they send it to me every few months, and I just keep forgetting to call them and tell them to like suspend my account or whatever. So I have a few, and I'll just show you real quick what it is that I'm using. And again, this is pretty much, you know, with the acne.org regimen, you don't have to use his products. You know, I'm not saying the regimen doesn't work, because it really does. And this, what I'm saying is not about that it stopped working or that it's ineffective or that you should not try it, because it's working amazing for me. My skin is definitely, I mean, 110% better than it was before I started it. Like, the regimen itself is not about just the products that you're using, but the way that you're using them, how often, just, you know what I mean? It's not just his products. So I'm still doing pretty much the same thing, just with different stuff to kind of break that cycle of, you know, my skin being used to it. So this is kind of the same deal, just a little bit different. This is the cleanser that they had matched me up with. It's number 25, and it's a salicylic acid cleanser. It's their foam cleanser, and that's what this looks like. I don't know if I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling. I don't know why. But I don't know if you can see that. The camera's like not focusing on it. And it's just a little pump top. It has a cap. I can't find it. But yeah, it's nice. They actually have a cream cleanser a lot like this one. I prefer that. I keep meaning to call them and ask them to switch it, because I really like the cream cleanser a lot better. But yeah, pretty much you just dispense a couple little pumps of this on your hand, gently wash your face with it. And the difference between this and the acne.org cleanser that I had been using, and I still have, I really like it, it's really nice and gentle and everything, is that this has the salicylic acid in it, whereas that the acne.org cleanser that you can buy from his website does not have that. It's just kind of like a really mild, you know, unscented, really low chemically, yeah, not chemically, I'm stupid. It doesn't have really a lot of chemicals in it, so it's nice, it's gentle, and this pretty much, since it's a foam, you don't really need to scrub it into your face or anything. You just kind of gently wash your face with it, like it says to do in the regimen, and then, you know, you do that twice a day. I still do that in the morning when I get up, and then after, you know, the day's over, I wash my makeup off with something, and then I'll use my cleanser and just make sure it's all clean. And then once your skin dries after you've cleansed it, you do your benzoyl peroxide. Mine from the Skin ID is number 32. I don't know if they have different ones, but this is my step 2, and it's just this little container here. This is a lot thicker than the acne.org. I don't know if that makes a difference. I haven't found that it does. This actually, for some reason, this is 2.5% benzoyl peroxide. I can't remember how much the acne.org is. You can look on the website if you want. I'll link it below so you can look at it. I forget. I should have brought everything in here, but I just didn't feel like it because it's a lot of stuff. But this is just a lot thicker of a formula. The acne.org is a very watery benzoyl peroxide, and while it's a lower percentage, I find that it dries my skin out actually more than that does. I don't know if it's because it's a creamier consistency, but I don't find that my face gets as peely and as dry and irritated with this as it does with the other stuff that I ordered. So I don't know. So still using that, and then this is the moisturizer. It's a salicylic acid treatment moisturizer, and it's just little, it's not focusing. But yeah, there we go. I like this. It's a lot, again, the products in this are just a lot different as far as what they're made up of than the acne.org stuff, but pretty much, you know, if you read on the website, if you look at the directions, you can use your own products. You can use a gentle cleanser, a gentle moisturizer, the BP, pretty much whatever brand or type of products you want to use, but basically what you need to do is to follow the directions on how to use it. Like I said, you wash your face twice a day and you do it very gently so you're not irritating your skin, because irritation causes acne. You know, that's all over the website. You will see it. It's, you know, a big part of the regimen is to not irritate your face, which is why he suggests not doing a lot of exfoliation and things like that. I find that sometimes I need to exfoliate my face just a little bit, like especially my cheek area and my forehead and stuff. They kind of get a little, you know, just a little rough and like not real soft, and it just helps my makeup go on better if my face is exfoliated. But if I do it too often, it makes me break out more. So if you're having a problem with that, you might want to cut back on exfoliating, because that's been a big problem for me. I had to stop doing it as often, and I find that every time I do, I break out the next couple of days. So I try not to do it very often, and if I do, I'll mostly exfoliate in the places where I don't have a lot of acne. Like my cheeks, I don't break out much. My forehead, I don't have a lot of problems there. So I try to keep it to those places where I don't usually break out, because my skin is very irritable in my chin, in my nose area, a little bit right here, but mostly my chin is where I get all my problems. And so yeah, that's what I'm using right now. My skin has started to clear up a lot since I've switched. I think I switched to like maybe 3 days ago, something like that. I know that's obviously not a lot of time, so I just wanted to switch the products. I'm still doing the same steps, and like I said, just being really gentle and making sure to use you know, the benzoyl peroxide and moisturize, because it will really dry out your skin. So I'm still doing the same steps, and like I said, the change in products seems like it's really helping my skin out. It's not as aggravated as it was. It just seems a lot clearer. And I'm going to do that and just kind of switch back and forth between the products and just see if, you know, because you got to kind of keep your skin guessing. You got to switch it up a little bit, because it gets used to stuff. It happens to a lot of people, not just me. So that's what I'm going to do for right now, but this is probably going to be the last update that I will do for, I don't know, a while. I might do another update at some point just to let you guys know if things are still going well or whatever. I don't want to do like 500 updates, because who really cares about that? But I had a lot of people ask me to do another update and just how things were going and if it was still working, and I wanted to kind of check in with you guys and let you know that yes, it is still working great. I'm just having some issues with the actual products that I was using, as far as, you know, my skin was getting used to them and it wasn't working as well as it was before. So basically what it boils down to for me is it does work. I would suggest trying it if you can. Just even if you don't want to buy his products, you can definitely just follow the directions, follow the regimen. I have like kind of a small collection of pictures, just like before pictures. You know, if you see the pictures I put up, you're not going to think that my acne was that bad. These were the pictures that I actually dared to take of myself, and they're not real bad, but you can still see where, even though I've covered it with foundation or concealer, you can see the bumps, you can see just how aggravated and how uneven my skin was. So I'll try to maybe do like a slideshow or something at the end of the video. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate it yet, but just kind of an idea of what I had going on before I tried it and like how my face is now. I still have a lot of redness. You obviously can't tell because I just did my makeup and everything, so it's not really going to show up. But I still have a lot of redness, a lot of scarring, just, you know, pigmentation problems that I need foundation for. You know, I don't use a ton of concealer anymore, which definitely is a sign to me that it's working and that my skin is definitely better off than it was before I tried the acne.org regimen. You know, I used to have to like go in the bathroom at work and like touch up my concealer, powder over it, and just like cake it on my face. I mean, I would have to be all the time making sure, and I was always in my mirror. I was always in my mirror checking, you know, looking, oh my god, how is my acne today? How is my breakout? How is, you know, this huge zit on my face? Is it covered? Is it, can you see it? Like, how bad is it? And I was constantly obsessing over how bad my skin looked. But now I don't do that. I mean, I definitely still, you know, check my makeup, put on my, you know, my powder, whatever, but I'm not always like picking. I always found myself at work or wherever I was just like constantly in the bathroom or in the mirror picking at my face and just obsessing about my acne and panicking because I never wanted to go anywhere or anybody to see me because I had acne on my face. And, you know, I would just remember how stressful that was, and that doesn't happen now. Like I said, I kind of had an issue there this past month. It's getting better. It wasn't real bad, but there was just a bunch of like little ones everywhere, and it was really weird. So, you know, hopefully that starts to get better. I've kind of chilled out with trying new makeup products because I did get a bunch of new like foundations and stuff like that, so I kind of chilled that out. I'm not gonna try those. I got a Clinique one and my face freaked out. It hated it. So I'm glad I got a sample and not bought the whole thing because my skin was like really pissed off. I think that's where that big huge one on my nose came from. If you haven't tried it or you're not sure if you're going to, I would. You know, what do you have to lose, really? I mean, if you're like me, you've tried freaking everything. Proactive was horrible on my skin, and it smells like cleaning supplies. Anybody ever notice it smells like Windex? I think it smells like Windex. It's disgusting. I don't know. And yes, this works for guys too. I had people comment on my last video like, what about guys? What about men? Just, yeah, all you have to do is not take off your makeup because you don't wear it, I'm assuming. It's not rocket science. And some people were saying that I can't pronounce the word, the oil, made them really oily. So don't use it if you don't need it. It made me a little oily, but at the same time, it's oil. I used it when my skin was like really super aggravated and dry, because he explains on the website that that will happen to most people the first few weeks that you're starting the regimen. The benzoyl peroxide really will irritate your skin. It really will dry it out. It gets better, I promise you it gets better. It got better for me within a few weeks, but it was miserable. Like, I couldn't even wear makeup because my face was just like so dry and peely and red and it burned. Oh, it was horrible. I mean, I didn't have an allergic reaction to it. I think some people asked me that. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, get on about my day, I guess. But yeah, check out my previous videos. Again, I will link them below so that you can see my my earlier thoughts, my earlier experiences that I had with the regimen, and I'll link the website so you can check it out. And yeah, definitely, you know, leave me your comments below. Stuff like that, let me know if you're using it, how it's going for you. I'm really interested to hear it, always interested to hear, you know, how you guys are doing and how it's working for you. So if you have any pointers for anybody else, any tips, suggestions, we are always looking for that. So, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you guys very soon.